Todd Spires from, as you heard earlier, before we stopped introduction, from CRDF Global. The program that we are here representing and advocating for and wanting to broaden the aperture of is a program called Sustainable Dialogue for Peaceful Uses, and it is focused on particularly peaceful uses of nuclear technologies, a program funded by the U.S. Department of State out of the International Security and Nonproliferation Bureau, which may seem like an odd place for such a program to reside in, but it is trying to broaden the aperture of nuclear technologies in a way that can bring partners to the table around peaceful uses and non-proliferating uses of nuclear technology. So the goal is to help achieve those UN Sustainable Development Goals. We're really looking at it in three strategic ways. We want to grow a bigger table of champions to promote the use of science and technology to achieve those development goals. And really, with all of the types of organizations represented here, partner governments, foundations, research institutions, laboratories, when you start getting down to a more tactical level, but it has to be a public and private sector partnership. And so seeing all of the different stakeholders represented here, that gives us a lot of hope that we're going to be able to broaden the number of people who are advocating for this type of technology. Mobilizing and sort of catalyzing a new understanding and greater acceptance of a full range of nuclear technologies. It can seem like a very large topic. You hear nuclear, you start to wonder, you start talking about cost, you start talking about just the training aspects of that, and then you start thinking about what that actually looks like in practice and how common those technologies are, particularly in the West, but the cost models for a lot of those have come down to the point where they are deployable to least developed countries, to lower income countries that can sustain that basic infrastructure around those things. And then connecting, just bringing people together to understanding where the financing is, understanding where the needs are, and how do you connect those types of things. Ultimately, you can't have a sustainable dialogue about pretty much anything in development without quickly getting to the question of where is the money coming from. And so having this type of a forum to discuss those topics is extremely valuable. Our primary takeaway from this is to understand, particularly for an event we have coming up in Ghana, focused on healthcare, the peaceful uses of nuclear technology in the healthcare sector, is to understand what are the needs on the ground. This entire program is designed to be grassroots, locally community-led, so we are not trying to impose a top-down agenda for this. We want to understand what are the needs with partners like you've described from Zambia and the programs that you're working on. How can we help grow, mobilize, and connect the different stakeholders so that we can make a more impactful unit as program. As Dr. Blander said, it is a fiscally tightening environment that we're in, so we have to focus on efficiency and impact for the programming we're doing, and we're looking forward to hearing the case studies that GHD has brought to us and understanding how we can help mobilize the types of funding that you've talked about, Robert, to maximize the impact as broadly as possible. So I'll stop there and turn it back over to you.